This story was sent to me by someone named Clara Finch. She said it really happened, and after she sent it, no one ever heard from her again. It takes place in Sheffield, England, in an old building called Norwood House. Locals say strange things happen there at night. No one ever stays long. Elliot Warren was a 29-year-old graphic designer. He'd been living in Norwood House for about a year, flat 3B. It was old, damp, and the hallway lights always flickered, but it was cheap. That's all he cared about. One night, around 11:45 p.m., Elliot stepped out onto his tiny balcony for a cigarette. From there, he could see across to the opposite block, the corner flat on the first floor. The door was slightly open. A light was on inside. That place had been empty for years. Everyone said it was sealed after a fire. But as he watched, Elliot saw movement inside. A figure. Someone walking slowly across the room. He pulled out his phone and zoomed in. A few seconds later, the light inside shut off. The room went black. The next morning, he asked the caretaker, Mr. Daniels, if someone had moved into that flat. Mr. Daniels just frowned. "That flat's been locked since 2009, he said. "No power, no keys, it's sealed." Then he added something strange. "There used to be 3 switches in that place. 2 still work, but the third one, no one ever found where it led." That night, around 2:30 a.m., Elliot heard 3 knocks on his door. Slow, even, knock, knock, knock. He opened it. Nothing. Just the empty hallway and a buzzing light overhead. The next night, he set up his phone camera facing the door before bed. The next morning, he checked the footage. At 3:14 a.m., a man was standing outside his door, completely still, no face, just a tall, dark silhouette. The man turned toward the wall beside Elliot's door and opened a door that wasn't there. On that floor, there were only 2 flats, 3A and 3B. There was no third door. Later that day, Elliot found an old news article. It said there had once been a flat, 3C, but it burned down in 2009. 2 people died inside. The area was sealed off with brick. That night, Elliot disappeared. His phone was found in the building's basement a week later. The last video on it showed him walking toward that same wall and vanishing through it. 2 months later, a new tenant moved into Norwood House. Her name was Clara Finch. She took Elliot's old flat, 3B. On her first day, she noticed something odd. The wall next to her front door was smooth cement, like it had been patched over. Mr. Daniels mentioned almost casually, "There used to be another flat there, but it's gone now." A few days later, Clara found an old, cracked phone in her mailbox. It still worked. There was only one video saved on it. 3_14_am.mp4. She played it. A man was recording his hallway. He looked terrified. "Greater than my name's Elliot Warren," he said quietly. "If you're watching this, don't open the third door." The video cut to the hallway. At 3:14 a.m., a shadow appeared, then turned to the same wall beside her flat and opened a door in it. The clip ended there. Clara froze. The air in her flat felt colder. Then, faintly, right behind her, she heard someone whisper, "Clara, open the third door." That night, she couldn't sleep. At 3 a.m., she heard it. 3 knocks, slow, knock, 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 coming from inside the wall. The next morning, she showed Mr. Daniels the phone. He went pale. "That's Elliot," he said. "He never left this building." Clara packed her things that evening. She was ready to leave. But as she zipped her suitcase, her phone buzzed. Bluetooth file received 3_14_am.mp4. It was the same video. Except now, at the end, there was new footage. Clara stood in her flat, and behind her, the wall was opening. A door appeared, a black room beyond it, and then a voice whispered, "Now it's your door, Clara." A week later, residents complained about a terrible smell from flat 3B. When Mr. Daniels went to check, the door was locked from the inside. He forced it open. The flat was empty. But the wall that had always been sealed now had a new wooden door, polished, fresh. A small brass sign read, Flat 3C occupied. He hesitated, then grabbed the handle and pulled it open. Cold air rushed out, the lights flickered, and just like that, the wall was solid again, the door was gone. Today, Norwood House still lists only 2 flats on its 3rd floor, 3A and 3B. But if you ever walk down that hallway, you'll see 3 door handles. And sometimes, around 3:14 a.m., residents still report hearing it. Knock, knock, knock,